Do you have a small linen closet and you struggle with keeping it sorted out? Well, in this video, I've got 3 tips to help you get that small linen closet organized. Let's get it started. Tip number 1 for small linen closet organization is to decide what is it that you really need to keep in there, and then what do you want to keep in there. I find that I was keeping more things in my linen closet than I really needed to. Some of these things I forgot was even up there. I wouldn't even know to look for them because I forgot I had them, so I definitely wouldn't have looked for them in here. But I do like to keep my cleaning caddy up there and a few extra bottles of mouthwash and body wash and extra rolls of toilet paper, which I keep in here. But I'm thinking now this is a little big to keep up on that shelf, so I'm going to move it elsewhere. And then of course I need to keep my towels and sheets and pillowcases and extra blankets in there. And taking everything out is going to help me decide what it is that I really need to keep in there. I've been thinking a lot about Pareto's rule, and that in a nutshell for this situation boils down to that I probably use about 20% of the stuff in this linen closet 80% of the time. So I'm going to get out that stuff that I rarely use and only keep in here what it is that I use most of the time. And my goal is to reduce the things that I have in here by half. I'm going to get out half of the stuff that's in here because my closet is really small. I haven't used hair products like this in over 2 years, so I'm just going to discard this. Love this fragrance. It's like a little diffuser. I never would have looked up here for it. And these microfiber towels, I don't know why I ever bought them. I thought they would prove useful. They have not. I rarely use them. I don't like the way they feel, but they probably would work well in the garage for my husband, especially during fishing season when he needs a lot of hand towels and things like that. So these can go out. And there's only 2 of us here, and we never use these white towels. These white towels are only used when company is here. We use this set, and we use this set. This brown set is only used when company is here. And look, I've even got towels stuffed back here behind the basket. And these are things that I rarely use, or I use them for cleaning. So I'm going to have to make some decisions about how I manage this piece. Now I've got everything out, so I'm going to sort through the things that I want to put back in. And you saw how difficult it was for me to get that large basket out of the bottom shelf. Oh my goodness. So that just lets you know there's things in that basket that either I forgot I had or that I needed, but because I couldn't get to it, I repurchased. So when I get that basket sorted out, and it's going to be reduced by 50% at least of whatever is in there, I'll be able to get things out of it even without taking off the top shelf. If it's not so full, I can dig around in there and I can get out what's needed. So I'm definitely going to make some changes. The other thing that I think a lot about now is Dana K. White's container concept, meaning that the container determines the amount of stuff that will fit inside. You can't go outside the boundaries of the container, and I've been stuffing things in to the max, and it's time to really create a little bit more space in that area. It hasn't been pleasing to open that pantry door, so on laundry day when I'm trying to put away my towels and sheets and pillowcases, I find myself stuffing things in or hesitating to open the door. So cutting the things that are in there in half will certainly give me much more ease when it comes to putting my linens away on laundry day. Now here's some things to think about in regards to what it is you're going to discard. Animal shelters always need old towels. So you can donate your old towels that are too tatty to give to Goodwill, but animal shelters can use them, or you can put them out in the garage and use for cleaning rags. Some of my other towels that are still in good condition, but I just no longer want to keep them, I'm going to donate to family, or you can donate them to the Goodwill, but I'm going to donate these to family. And the things I'm going to keep, I'm going to fold up and put back in the linen closet. This is a good time for me to say that this video is part of the Mega Motivation collaboration hosted by me, This and That with Denise Jordan, and my friend Robin at the Minimalist Home. Dawn at the Minimal Mom used to host this collab, but she has passed the baton to Robin and myself. We have invited quite a few other YouTube creators to join us in providing you with tips and advice on organizing your craft rooms, homeschool room, linen closet, whatever small space that you need some support with.
Well, let's just see what I ended up using it for. What is this, Harry?
This is my office.
And there'll be a playlist that will house all of those videos that the other creators have provided. So I'll put a link in the description box so that you can check them out. And let me also add that this video is brought to you by Apron Diva. Pretty and practical, we believe that an apron can be a homemaker's best accessory. Visit us at www.aprondiva.com. And tip number 3 is don't run out and purchase new bins and accessories until you know exactly what's going back in your linen closet, how you want it organized, and you know exactly what you need. Because if you run out and you buy a bunch of things, 9 times out of 10, you'll end up having to take those things back and get something different to put in your space. So now I'm going to put in the things that I want to keep. And I already know what's going to go up here. I like to keep my cleaning supplies and a few things like that on this shelf. But these other shelves down here are going to be my towels and washcloths and those kinds of things. So I'll start putting those back in and then help me decide what kind of bins do I need. But I won't go out and buy the bins until I know what's what. Now I pretty much know how I want this linen closet to look, and this is pretty much how I want it to be, but my problem area is right down here, which is where I keep my sheets and pillowcases. But I'm satisfied with the towels and the washcloths, and then my extra toiletries. So I'm going to take a look at Pinterest and see if I can get some ideas as to how to handle that. The biggest issue is I'm always digging around for pillowcases to match sheet sets, and the system that I had before just wasn't working, so I'm hoping to find something that'll work a little better. So I went on Pinterest and I found some really good ideas on how to handle the sheet sets and pillowcases. I will link the name of the creator in the description box and put up a graphic card so that you can see who I got the idea from in case you want to check them out yourself. But look at these cute little baskets. Aren't these adorable? And I feel like they pretty much coordinate color-wise with the things that I already had in there, because I didn't want to have to change out everything. So now let's get these put in there. And I found something that I'm hoping will manage the toilet paper. We'll see. So let me show you that. So I'll drop the pillowcases in, and then the fitted sheet, And now the flat sheet. Now everything for this set is in here, fits in here nicely. I love it. I love it. I love having those baskets down there because I can put a sheet set in each of the baskets and it's got the pillowcases in there with it. So when I want to grab it, I can just grab out a basket and I've got everything I need to make the bed. And I've got one set on the bed and I've got 3 sets in the bin. So I am just loving this. And then the sheet sets for the guest bed, I'm going to put in another place so they won't be in here because I don't use those very often. So I'll put them in a drawer in the guest bedroom, and then I'll put the extra towels that I use for the guests in the guest bedroom. And I only have to have in here the things that I'm using actively on a day-to-day basis for me and the hubby. So I am really pleased with that because this is a very small linen closet. Oh, and then I found the idea on Pinterest, and what I did was I Googled small linen closet organization and a bunch of different pictures popped up, but I only looked at the ones that had really narrow linen closets that looked like mine, except for the one that had these 3 baskets in it. It was much wider, maybe twice as wide. And they actually had this basket that I have at the bottom on the shelf, and they had 2 of them side by side. But then they also had the idea for the 3 smaller baskets, and I was like, oh, I can totally do that. So I did go to Target and I looked to see if they had some of the smaller baskets like this large hamper at the bottom, and they did not. But I did find these. And I really like them because they do bring together the beige and the brown and just the light colors that are here in my towels, and it also brightens up the linen closet. So I'm loving this. So here's my top shelf, and I can grab that out when I need to, and it doesn't interfere with the things that I have over here. I did pick up a bin to try to put the toilet tissue in, but it didn't work. It was too long and too wide. And then here's my second shelf with my towels. Oh, and one of the things that I did do was I put my microfiber towels behind this bin. I wanted to have them in this linen closet so I could grab them when I was upstairs, but I didn't want to have to see them. So I just kind of tucked them down behind this bin, and they work out just fine. And then down here, I've got my set of brown towels with the washcloths that I use. I've got enough if I have any company right there. And then here are my 3 bins with my sheet sets. I'm loving this. And then on the bottom, I've got my hamper that's got some beach towels and tablecloths that I only use in the summer for picnics. And then extra little soft things. Like here are the beach towels here. And then over here, I've got a bunch of like little soft blankets that my granddaughters like to use when they're here. So these are accessible. And then the bath mats are here on top, but I can reach in and grab anything that I need without any trouble. So for more home organization inspiration, click here. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying you are not done yet. Click on the link in the comment section below and check out another of my homemaking stories, and I will see you next time. Visit us at www.aprondiva.com.